What's going on, Mike 2020? Raya 323, Nick 2086. Looks like Pookie's in the chat. Just waiting for a few more to get in here from the Discord. What's up, Big Nuts 82? Justin Nutson. What's up, Mike 808? Kevin White. Big duck energy. $10. What's up, Jordan? I'm glad you made it back. Playlits. Kevin White, what's going on? I definitely got my caffeinated apples. Mo B, what's going on? So I will be asking some questions throughout. Oh, what's going on, Lex? Jacob Lau, what's going on? I'll be asking some questions throughout this stream, so make sure you include your Discord name along with your answers to get the raffle tickets. What's going on, penny boys and gals? It's your boy, What the Duck here, and it's time for another live stream trading class video. So we got some of our regulars here. We got Playlits, we got Lauren, it looks like Pookie's in the house, we got Lex, Big Nuts 82, and the whole crew. Jacob Lau, how's it going? Today we're going to be going over our final trading class psychology video. After that we'll be doing a quiz on Friday, which will be streaming as well. What's going on, Candlesticks? Candlestick is our winner of the Chicken on a Raft challenge from Screwer 82 or 80, 1980, or whatever his numbers are after the username. That was a fun little challenge we had going on. So as usual, we're going to be going over some of the homework from last night to start. Our first homework question I'll be going over is I asked, you don't follow the leader, you learn from the leader, and what does that mean? And Matster42 answered that correctly. He says, don't do what they do blindly. You learn why they do it, and you want to make your own decisions, and that's 100% correct. And, that being said, we do have some great, as you can see, some great alerts, some great stocks going on in our premium alert service. On the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the link to our Facebook, to our Discord. That's discord.gg/btpenny. Thank you, Playlits. Appreciate that. Our next question, why is too much pride bad in trading? Pookie's Revenge, who it looks like is in the chat, trying to hide the Patron behind the lamp. I see. It's a Roca Patron. It's a nice Patron bottle, Lex. Or who is it? Yeah, Lex. Bartender here. You gotta make do. It makes it difficult to walk away from a bad trade or learn new things, and that is the answer to why is too much pride bad in trading. So Pookie's Revenge, you get a raffle ticket for that. It's all good. Playlist, you'll get another chance to get that homework in. We also have our next question is going to be, and once again, we got some more great gains on the day. Why shouldn't you allow past losses on alerts to affect how you take alerts in the future? And what are some negative things that could come from letting that happen? And Pookie's Revenge, tell him that your duck ate your homework. That's a new excuse. I never heard that one before. So as far as allowing past losses to affect your future trading, Talking Pixels says you may end up being fearful and scared that the same bad experience is going to happen, and this isn't a good way to trade. 100% correct. If you have a couple bad losses in a row, like Pookie's Revenge just said in chat, you might get PTSD from trading. And that's not only bad in the sense that you might miss out on some good alerts just by being fearful, but at the same time, you might also start selling your alerts a little bit too early because you see 5% down, 4% down, and you get scared and you sell. What types of plays does Austin alert, and what types of plays does Lee alert, and how can you use this knowledge to your advantage? So Lee and Austin are our fearless alerters, our stock gurus, and I've actually had that before, Mike 2020. That was a long time ago, though. That was it tastes the same as anything else, so I'm not gonna lie. But Austin usually bases his plays off of news and volume, and it tends to be shorter swings or day trades. While Lee's usually are ones that are near an all-time low or the dead cat. Typical longer swings requiring more patience. And knowing these things will allow an individual to form a strategy to suit their trading style better. And that's Scrotus McDingle, which is a fun name. So Scrotus McDingle, you're going to be getting a raffle ticket for that. 100% correct. We all love that name. We got Scrotus McDingle, we got Big Nuts 82, two of our favorite names in our group. Our next question is, what should you do with our chat rooms, which is our Discord, and when you're feeling emotional or feeling FOMO? Our chat rooms are great. We have amazing members in them. All of you guys are amazing, but you got to know when to step away. And Nick 2086 answered this correctly. You got to stay away from the chats if you're feeling FOMO. Just take a walk, put the phone down, or like I always say, just go and go take a walk, go do some yoga, go write a book, just go to the beach, do whatever you gotta do, but don't be staring at that chat if you're feeling if you feel the emotions coming, feeling emotional for any reason, whether you're losing on the day, all your plays are just kind of standing still and you're feeling a little bored, or something's going on with your at home, like with your life, like don't let that affect your trading. Just let it go, let it sit it out if you have to. We also have, let's see, our next question is going to be from Rhea323. Answer this one correctly. The question being, what are a few ways that fear of losing or fear of greed could negatively affect you? And Rhea says, you will make irrational decisions due to FOMO. So believe in the plan. So congratulations, Rhea. And yeah, Jacob Lau said that happened to me before as far as the chats go. So it's definitely something worth listening to, or worth at least just having in the back of your head. But yeah, good job, Rhea. You will make irrational decisions due to FOMO. So you want to believe in your plan if you have a fear of losing or fear of greed, or just too much greed. And also trust the alerts, but don't blindly follow them. So what does that mean? What's going on, Salvador Girl? Good to see you in the chat. Adriana, Rhea, good job on that answer. So as far as trusting the alerts but don't blindly follow them, that means Durham did. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but definitely got that correct. He said it means the guys know what they are doing. The guys being Austin and Lee. They share the alerts, but you need to do some due diligence as well. This might result in you following an alert, but in a more tailored way for your strategy or account size, which is 100% true. Austin and Lee are telling us what they are getting into. They're telling us when they're getting into it. They will never alert a play that they are not in. So that being said, you don't want to play follow the leader. You want to get into the alerts that you feel is definitely best for your portfolio, your account, and your trading style and your trading plan. We also had some general questions. We had let's see, the first one being, well, of course we had the two catchphrases, and it looks like people like the make some bread catchphrase the best. Actually, that was the only general question. You all were paragraph or short answers, so good job on those. So good job on the homework, everyone. A lot of people answered it correctly. Most people had some great answers. Actually, it was actually really, really hard finding the ones that won the raffle tickets, but everyone who was mentioned, you did win some great raffle tickets, so congratulations on that. So, as you see, another thing about trading, I got my NutriBullet, no apples in it. And why is that, everybody? Why do I not put apples in my NutriBullet drink at the end of the night? And also the reason why I like to do this is it's good to have good nutrition. It's good to get a good night's sleep when trading because don't feed the ducks bread, Mike 2020. Because you want to be trading with a level head. You want to be trading with with everything going on right. If you're tired, if you're overtired, especially if you don't have the right nutrition, if you're over hungry, or you're just you're just not eating right, or just not feeling right, then you're not going to trade right. So it's definitely good to get those good the good calories in there, so you're not too hungry, but you're not feeling too sluggish either. And Nick 2086 got that 100% correct, even though it's not right. Nick 2086, I'm going to write you down here. You got a raffle ticket for that. Mike 808, I'll get you as well. I see you. All right. So that is as far as that goes. So let's get into the class. So our first thing that we're going to be going over is loss aversion. And loss aversion. What is loss aversion? Well, that's the unwillingness to accept a loss for a trade. So what causes loss aversion? Well, the psychology behind losing is one big reason why people suffer from loss aversion. Stubbornness and or pride. And of course, over-trusting alerts or your mentors. You know what, Jacob Lau, I like that answer. I'm going to put you down for a raffle ticket as well. Good one. Apples are made of bath salts. I like that, Kevin White. So those are our three reasons why some people might struggle from loss aversion. The fear of loss is another big one. So, fear of loss is our brains typically react 2.5 times greater to a loss than it does a gain. And this means that our emotions, it'll be greater when we misplace a $20 bill, let's just say, as opposed to finding a $20 bill in the ground. Yeah, we'll feel that joy from finding a $20 bill, but that feeling of losing a $20 bill or misplacing it, or just not knowing where it went, that's going to be a lot greater than your joy is for getting the $20 bill, even though it's the same amount of money. Like if you had a pet, for instance, or a loved one that is no longer with us, well, first of all, my condolences. But if they're no longer with us, think back to when you first met them or when you were hanging out with them and all the good times that you had with them and the emotions you had during those times. Well, now think back to how you felt when you lost them. Chances are, even just thinking back to those moments, you feel more emotion when you remember losing them as opposed to when you remember the times that you spent with them. And that's just how our bodies and our brains work, is we just react a little bit greater to loss than we do to gains or to positive emotions. Some people who have lost a loved one or a friend starts to develop a shell. They start to correlate having loved ones or having great friends to losing them. So they might shut off their feelings toward people in the future because they subliminally are afraid of losing people. So they don't, they'll be afraid of, after losing so many people, they'll just be afraid of getting into relationships because they're like, oh, well, what if I lose them, But it's also a lot less rewarding living this way because you're going to miss out on a lot of good times. You're going to miss out on a lot of good friends and a lot of loved ones, a lot of great relationships. As much as it sucks to lose people, it's worth it due to all the good times you can have while they are still here. If you spend your whole life being afraid of losing your loved ones, you're going to miss out on a lot in life. Just like a rescue dog who was beat by its prior owner before being rescued. If it never gets over that feeling of not trusting humans, then it's going to miss out on amazing times it will have with its next family. So if anyone here has a rescue dog who might have been a little skittish at first, they know exactly what I'm talking about. At first the dog might have been a little bit nervous of you, of your touch. It might have shied away from your touch, but now it's probably your best friend. I'm just saying, right? That's how dog's man's best friend, right? Just taking a sip of my NutriBullet. So, we as humans, we are afraid of losing. However, if we don't get over that fear, and especially if we let our past losses affect our future losses, we will never give ourselves a chance to do the opposite of losing. And what's that, everybody? The opposite of losing. Gonna give a raffle ticket the first answer. Just gotta wait for that 20-second delay. Yeah, Pookie's right. They nip at you the first two. Yeah, they definitely. The dogs might. A rescue dog might nip at you at first too, but eventually they will become your best friend. Oh wow, Playlist has 14 rescue cats right now. Adopt one, please. I want my house back. That's hilarious. A lot of people feeling those flashbacks from the casinos. I used to work at a casino and I used to gamble every day after work. And there we go. Kevin White got that right. Kevin White got that right. So we're going to give you those raffle tickets. Yeah, I know how casinos are 100%. And the answer is #winning. Who knows what show that's from? Okay, another raffle ticket to the #winning. What show is that from? It's a great show. Mike says green, make some bread. Lauren, I like that, make the bread. Winning, so much winning, says BM. The Apprentice? No, not The Apprentice, Pookie's Revenge. Come on. #winning. A little MPH going on. Neil Patrick Harris. Come on, someone has to know this one. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, he does do that too, you're right. Rock Your Mic, Kevin White. Kevin White got 2 raffle tickets now. And Rock Your Mic, get a nice raffle ticket. 2 dudes and 1 kid. Mike 2020. That's close. But yeah, How I Met Your Mother's a good one. Doesn't Neil Patrick Harris say it all the time in How I Met Your Mother as well? #winning. I'm gonna give Pookie's Revenge some raffle tickets. That's the one I was thinking of. I could have been, could be 2.5 Men. It's been a while since I watched either of those. I'm not gonna lie, but they have very similar characters, Charlie Sheen and Neil Patrick Harris in those shows. So, that being said, we need to find a fine line between being careful or cautious in trading and being fearful. It's definitely good to be careful and cautious, but you don't want that to turn into fear. Broke even today and got some tickets. I love it. Because we as humans, we don't like to lose. Even without knowing it, our brains will do everything it can to keep us from losing or to keep us fearful of losing. Statistics actually show that the majority of people, if given the chance, will take a huge gamble to keep themselves from losing. So, for example, in 1979, and it was a long time ago, but human brains do not change that much. There was a study done, and people who had lost $7,500 were given the option to roll a die or roll some dice. And where there were 75% odds of them losing $2,500 more on top of that $7,500. But there's also a 25% chance of their initial $7,500 loss going to $0 and them breaking even. So even though they had a 75% chance of losing $2,500 and only a 25% chance of breaking even, most of them opted to take the chance and roll the dice, even though there was a 75% chance of them losing, because they already were losing and they were willing to take that chance because they were already down $7,500. That's because we don't want to lose. We will do whatever it takes to not lose. And this is kind of like when you have a stop loss set and you're down and you see red in your trade and you think to yourself, oof, I'm down $100. That sucks. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take away that stop loss. You see the price starting to go down towards your stop loss. You see you're down $100. You start to get nervous and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna take away that stop loss. This stock's gonna come back. I don't want to stop out and lose $100. And this isn't based off of an educated decision. It's not based off of your plan. It's not based off of fundamentals or technicalities or anything other than your fear of losing. And guess what? You'll most likely end up losing more money this way. And then you'll be a bigger bag holder. Now you can't trade with that money because if you weren't willing to sell at $100 down, the stock keeps going down. You don't have a stop loss now. I doubt you're willing to sell now that you're down past your stop loss at $300 down or $500 down. So, that's definitely how you end up becoming a big bag holder, and you just keep watching it sink and sink and sink, and your heart sinks and sinks and sinks. That's because you didn't follow your plan. So, what causes loss aversion? The psychology behind losing, stubbornness and pride and over-trusting alerts. That was definitely, so we went over the psychology behind losing. Now we got, we got stubbornness and pride. This is an example of being stubborn and prideful, is when you don't have, you have your stop loss set, and you don't follow it. You're being stubborn or you're being prideful. You're either being stubborn because you refuse to lose money, or you're being prideful because you're like, I can't lose. Like, I'm not right. I can't be right. I can't be wrong. And you think that you're just because you got in this stock, it's going to have to go up because you're always right. Well, that's being too overly prideful. It's definitely good to have confidence in your trading, but you don't want to be overly prideful. You see that you're down and you're refusing to sell. You're being stubborn. You're taking away your stop loss due to both fear of selling for a loss, but also possibly because you're too stubborn to admit that you made a bad trade. No one's perfect. No one gets every trade right, and it's okay to take a loss. You want to live to trade another day. If you're making a decision not based off of your plan, not based off of technicalities or fundamentals, but strictly because you don't want to lose money, if you're saying this stock will come back, it has to come back with no reasoning behind it, you're trying to will the price up. And that's not how stocks work. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a little break from that class, a little mid-class break. I'm going to ask some questions for raffle tickets. It's going to be live, so we'll have that little delay going on. Rocky Mike is right, you need to hear this. Like, this is something I learned this the hard way. I lost a lot of money, on my own before I joined Penny Boys, and had Austin help me out with, help mentor me and teach me all these different things, because psychology is a big part about trading, and if you just ignore it and try to learn the candle patterns and all that stuff, you're going to end up losing. So, the first question, I'm going to be asking the live chat, and I'll be giving raffle tickets to the top 3 answers, so there's no... don't rush this, I guess. It's not the first answer wins. So the first question is, what does the 25-25-50 rule mean to you? This is a good question for the people who are in the new members program. So the people who are not in the new members program can kind of see what it means to them and how that works. And it's going to take a little bit of time. Speed is my only advantage, says Pookie. Yeah, Pookie, you're always on top of the... you're always really quick with those answers. Austin helped me today, says Playlits next week is going to be huge. Yeah, Austin is a huge, huge help. He's doing his live streams. He's going to be trading live more often now. I don't know if any of you guys joined him. I think it was... I want to say yesterday when he did his live trading, and that was huge. Pookie's Revenge says 25, 25, 50 rule means you don't buy in all at once, but rather save the rest to get a better price and or minimize risk if you need to walk away. That's a good answer. It's a mindset of patient buying in. Rock your mic. That's a good one. Nick 2086, don't buy all in at once. Buy small percentages at a time. Ray, you're not wrong about the fundamentals behind it, but it doesn't have to be 25 in, 25 in again, and then 50. That's just the concept. That's just the numbers, the concept. Yeah, playlets, 100% right. I'm gonna get playlets. Is gonna get raffle tickets. 25, 25, 50 is just a term. You should really do smaller ones like 10, 10, 20, etc. Not going in 100%. Watching the stock and doing due diligence. Start small and see where it's headed. I like that one as well. So that's going to be a Salvador Girl. Well, 25, 20, 50 program, assume it has to do with your portfolio, so spread it out with things you study and know. Okay, that's not exactly what it means, but you're not wrong. Who is that, Mason? This is when you only put in 25% at first, wait to see. All right, so I'm going to give Pookie's Revenge the other one. So we got Pookie's Playlist and Salvador Girl. They're all correct. It's just a way of buying in. It's a way of not just going all in at once, because if you go all in at once and it starts to go down, then you're going to become a bag holder or you're going to immediately stop out. We don't chase plays in Penny Boys. A lot of other people like to see the top 5 gainers on Webull, and they'll try to chase one of those plays, and it already ran 80%. Like, they're going to try to get like 10 more percent from it, and sometimes they'll get it. They'll get lucky, but 9 out of 10 times they'll lose. And if you keep doing that strategy, you're going to end up having a $0 account. What we like to do is we like to trade smart, and actually get into good plays instead of getting into the play of the day. We like to get into plays that have a reason that they're going to be going up or down, not just because they currently are going up and down. That's called chasing. But that being said, the 25, 25, 50 is the numbers that we use as an example. It doesn't have to be 25%, 25%, 50%. And what that means is 25% of your intended buy-in. So if you have $100 you're going to put into a stock, because you want to always plan ahead of time how much you're going to put into it. You don't want to just start randomly throwing money into a stock. You're going to say, all right, here, this stock XYZ, I will put $100 in. Well, you put 25% in, which would be $25, and then 25, 50. But it doesn't have to be 25, 25, 50. It could be 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then once you see some upward confirmation, then you can put in your last buy. But yeah, those are some good answers. What is the new members program to you is my next question for the chat, and this is a good one for the people not in new members program to see what it's about. So anyone who is currently in new members program want to answer it. I'll give a ticket to the best answer. Yeah, 25, 25, 50 is one of the good things that we learn in the new members program. It's definitely good to know. It's a good way to minimize your risk, to not lose money all the time, because we're not always right. And if you're just playing it slow, it's a good way to get your best average. You're not averaging down by putting in your 25 and your 25 or your 10, 10, 10. That's not averaging down. Averaging down is only what happens when you're in 100%. What we're doing is getting the best position possible. So our last buy is the equivalent to like when someone sees a stock starting to go up, they're like, oh, I'm going to buy it, and they go all in. What we're doing is we see the stock before they see it, and we're slowly getting a nice average. That way, when it starts to go up and everyone else is buying, we already have a much lower, we already have some nice low buys, so that when we buy it, our average is not going to be, let's say, 40 cents. It's going to be 30 cents. Like, we're going to be getting a much better position, a much better profit because of that, because it's all about percentages. Okay, that's good, Ray. Learning the basics, yeah. A safe space to ask questions without getting ripped apart. Rock your mic, I like that. And that gets you tickets there, Rock your mic. It's definitely, the new members program is the main thing that I like to call it. It's a safe place to ask questions. And because I've been in so many different trading groups myself, or discords and just chats, where if you ask a question that isn't a dumb question, there's no such thing as a dumb question. If you don't know something and you ask a question, that's the only way you're going to learn, is by asking a question. That's what we're here for. We're here to answer questions. Anyone who thinks you're too good to answer a question from someone who's new is just not, I'm not going to say it, but I just don't like those kind of people. We're all trying to learn here. We're all trying to make money together, like But yeah, it's a place where you can learn. You can ask questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. No one's going to jump down your throat for asking a question. There's no such thing as a bad question. And we have a lot of different learning tools. Mason says the program to me personally is to catch the new trends. Steve, we're not. It's not about catching the new trends. It's more about learning. It's like a learning place. The premium alert is where you can catch the trends, catch the nice alerts. The new members program is, like Kevin White says, a way to get personal questions answered and to learn from the community in a good environment. Justin Knutson says it's about learning in a judgment-free zone. The tools to succeed are laid out and broken down to understand. We do try to break down the alerts a little bit in the new members program. There are a lot of alerts going on in the premium. There's a lot of chatter going on in our stock talk, in our alert info, and our alert questions. It's a place just to kind of block out all that noise. We have our tickers broken down, ticker by ticker. We have the new members program watch list. Every Sunday we do a live stream going over a watch list and creating a watch list for the week. It also provides a lot of comfort knowing others are in the same boat, for better or worse, and everyone wants to learn from each other. Yeah, it sucks. Like when I was first trading, and while I say this, I'm going to say the last question for right now, so it gives you some time to the lag. Lee versus Austin alerts. What's the difference to you, and how do you use them? Yes, Pookie's Revenge is 100% right. When I first started trading and I started losing money, I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I like everyone else is posting rockets in these stock twists or the Weeble comments? Like, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? You're not alone. There's a lot of us out there. There's a lot of people out there who are new and losing money, and it's good to know that you're not the only one, because it's kind of discouraging when you start to think that. What's going on, Mo B? Thanks for joining us. What's up, Jordan? Means that someone's willing to teach me from the beginning. I can ask questions and not feel stupid. That's 100% correct. With no alerts, I would pay for this. Thanks, Duck. Oh, that's awesome. Austin's short swings, Lee is longer swings. That is definitely true. Rock Your Mic is not wrong. Lee's are slow plays and require patience. Austin can be fast hitters. Lee's alerts are safer for newer members if you're patient. Austin's alerts are a little more on the risky side. That being said, if you do trade with your emotions, Austin's alerts are actually on the safer side, because a big emotion that a lot of new traders struggle with is patience. So if you're in a lot of Lee's alerts, you might get impatient and sell before it pops, or just get frustrated. Austin has faster trades generally and are alerted for their technical/fundamental action-based uptrends. Lee's are slower but super reliable, and they're based in overreaction recovery. To me, Austin's alerts usually hit target a lot faster and tend to be a longer swing. With that being said, I try to look for faster trades with Austin. I'm going to give this one to... everyone here already has some, it looks like. Lee does mainly longer swings trades that can take 1 to 4 weeks. These are safer plays for new people. Austin does day trades and shorter swing trades. More risk, but take some of both. Yeah, I'm going to give that to Lauren. That's LAD0. What the number is, but I'll look it up. Yeah, no, that's correct. You definitely want to get into a little bit of both, because you don't want to. If you get into 10 of Austin's alerts, for instance, you're going to be trying to follow 10 alerts all at once that are all moving. It's a lot to follow. If you get into 10 of Lee's alerts, you're gonna be sitting there like, what am I like? This sucks. Like, I'm so bored. Like, it's good to have like maybe a couple of Lee's alerts that you can just have sit there while you're trading Austin's alerts. So that's 100% correct. So good job on that. Okay. So we talked about stubbornness and pride, and how if you're making a decision not based off of your plan, not based off of technicalities or fundamentals, but strictly because you don't want to lose money, if you're saying this stock will come back with no reasoning behind it, you're trying to will the price up, and that's not how stocks work. That's not how good trading works. And that's a way of being stubborn. Another way of being stubborn is being over-trusting. That means over-trusting in a certain alert or blindly trusting in a mentor. Not every alert works out. Sure. Penny Boys has a huge success rate as far as their alerts go. So the plays have an average gain of, I think it's around 38%. per alert when you put all the losses and games that were sold together, and that's amazing. That's great. And most of those losses are smaller losses than the big gains, but that doesn't mean that every play is going to be a winner. Yep, lab 06006. I got you. That doesn't mean that every play is going to be a winner. This is why we need to know when to let an alert go. For those of you who know baseball, Mariano Rivera's lifetime ERA is 2.22, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I thought it was LAD 0.06006. Pookie's right. But yeah, 2.22 is a ridiculous ERA. Take care, playlets. Thank you for helping me out with all this earlier the other day. Appreciate you. Yeah, so Mariano Rivera he's stupid good. He was stupid good as far as pitching goes, and he was a closing pitcher for the New York Yankees. I know we got a lot of New York Yankee fans out there. Whatever, I'm a Mets fan. But yeah. So just because Mariano Rivera is an amazing pitcher, when he took the mound, the rest of his team didn't just sit around or stand around with their gloves on their head or their gloves on the floor, twiddling their thumbs. Like, have you ever watched a t-ball team? Or if any of you have kids who have any of you have kids in baseball or in t-ball when they first start out, you know how you kind of like had to yell at them, hey, put your glove on, or like they're just sitting there picking their nose or whatever. Well, the Yankees team, even though they had Mariano Rivera pitching for them, they didn't do that because they had to be ready, because there's always a chance that the ball will get hit no matter how good of a pitcher Mariano Rivera might be. Jacob Lau, let's go Mets. In the same way, Steph Curry, for those of you who know basketball, Steph Curry is a freaking ridiculous shooter, like shooting the baskets, threes and free throws, a whole 9 yards. In the same way, Steph Curry, when he goes to shoot a free throw, even though he's the best in the league percentage-wise, he has the best, I think it's actually all time, like the best percentage free throws of all time. His team doesn't just sit around waiting for the ball to go in every time that he shoots a free throw. They're ready to get the rebound just in case he misses, because no one is perfect. He has the best percentage out of anyone, but his team is still there ready just in case he misses. Just, they're going to get that rebound because everyone misses every so often. So Mike 808 gets it. He coaches t-ball. Sitting in the field picking dandelions and chasing butterflies. You get it. So that's as far as Steph Curry goes. He's the best, and people, his team is still ready in case he misses. The same goes for the alerts. You have to be ready to get that rebound. You have to be ready in case the batter hits the ball. You had to be ready in case the stock doesn't work out, because just like Steph Curry is wrong misses sometimes, just like Mariano Rivera lets up a hit every so often. Lee and Austin, as amazing as they are, they will call a bad play every so often, or their stock just won't work out, and you're gonna have to be ready for that. You're gonna have a stop loss set or a plan for if it doesn't work out. So how do we fix all of this as far as the loss aversion and all of that goes? Well, we have to learn to live with discomfort, meaning there is no way to fix the fear of losing. There are only ways to learn to live with it. It's natural to have a fear of losing. It's just how we are as humans. We just have to learn to live with it. It's like when you're living with back pain or discomfort in your back or your knees. You have to learn how to manage it. You can do yoga, you can take medicine, you can eat healthy. You're not going to get rid of your back issues or your knee issues, but you're just learning how to live with it by making a plan. Whether that plan be an exercise plan or a eating plan or medicine taking plan. You're developing a plan to live with your back pain or to live with your bad knees, just like we had to develop a plan to live with our fear of losing. You're not going to, the same goes, so like I said, the same goes for trading. You should make a plan. You're not going to get rid of losing. Losing is part of trading. But learning how to manage the losses is what's important. If you get into a trade and don't know what to do, if it starts to go down or go up, then you shouldn't be in that trade. If you get into a trade and you don't know why it's going to go up or down, maybe you shouldn't be in that trade. If you get into a trade and you don't know what the stock even is, well, then you should reevaluate getting into that trade. You want to have a plan on what the stock is in the first place, but you also want to have a plan on how to enter a trade and when to exit, and you want to know why you're getting into it. You don't want to just blindly get into it. That's like I was saying before, blindly following the leader. Because like Jacob Lau says, there is no sure win. Um, so like I was saying, you want to have a plan on when to enter, when to exit, and whether it be for a loss or a gain. It could be for a loss, it could be for a gain. You want to have a plan on either or, because the either or scenario can happen. One way of entering a trade is by not going all in at once. You want to have a buy-in plan. Mine personally is a 25-25-50 rule, which we will go in detail, like full detail in next week's class. This is going to be our trading strategies week. As far as that goes, though, all it means is not going all in on your initial buy. You put 25% in at first, then 25%, and then 50% upon confirmation. Now, those are just suggested numbers. You don't have to follow the numbers, just the concept. I personally do 10% buys until I see upward confirmation, and then I put the rest in. So the same goes for selling. You want to know at what price or what percent profit you want to start either selling or setting a take profit order. And you want to know these things before getting into the trade. So you want to plan out, this is when I'm going to sell if it goes down to a certain, I'm comfortable losing 10% on this trade. This is where I'm going to set it. I'm comfortable losing, I want to get at least 20% out of this. I want to get at least 15% out of this trade. This is where I'm going to set my limit sell. And you want to have that plan and be ready for it. And then you want to test out your plan. Once you're happy with it, you won't have to worry about taking losses because your losses are going to be factored into your plan. Most traders take a few months of strictly following their plan based on the numbers. That's like based on the 10% loss or the 15% gain that you want to take. They just base it right off the numbers and they only follow the numbers. And then eventually, once they get more comfortable trading, that's when they might start tweaking their plan as the stock moves based off of news, trading patterns, or other technicalities. But when you start, it's never a bad thing to just stick to the plan and keep testing the plan out. That means not necessarily trading in the moment. It means just sticking to your plan. A lot of good traders, once they become advanced traders, they'll see news or they'll see a sector heating up or they'll see this or that, and then they'll tweak their plan as the trade is going on. A lot of new traders, it's recommended to just have your plan and stick to it. If you lose, you lose. You win, you win. But you're not trading emotionally. You're sticking to your plan and you're learning from it. You're taking notes. And you're realizing, oh, this made the stock go up, or this made the stock go down. And that way, once you are more comfortable with trading and you have all of your notes ready and all your plan, you have all your knowledge based off of your past trading, then you might start trading in the moment and tweaking your plan in the moment, which is never a bad thing to do, but it's good to know when to do it. So one way to do this, and how do we work on this, is by learning to live with the discomfort. Like I was saying, like the back pain or the knee pain. You want to make a plan, and you want to start by following the numbers. You maybe don't want to, actively trade you just want to trade your plan only, not actively trade the alert or actively trade the stock. It's just, just set your plan, and what happens, happens, and you learn from the plan, and then you can tweak the plan. Then eventually, once you're really comfortable and you do all your research, then you can start trading based off of the actual stock. So let's just review what we went over. The loss aversion is due to being afraid or unwilling to take a loss. This does happen naturally. It's normal, but it affects us when we veer off our plan. So you want to make a plan, you want to trust it, and you want to know when to tweak it and when to let it flourish. Letting a stock or alert play out the way you planned is important when starting out. You want to set your buys and sells and just let it happen. This way your risk is controlled due to your plan. This will help you build tolerance for risk management and loss or emotional trading for the future. Only once you become comfortable, you can learn how to tweak your trades and then go ahead and actively manage your trades. Take care, Mike 808. Duty calls. Have a great night. But we make plans because not every alert will work out. We don't want to blindly follow someone into battle. And we don't want to blindly get into an alert. It's the same thing. You want to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. It's very important. As far as going forward goes, we do have our syllabus here. So this is our final day of trading psychology. Just going over the basics. Just going over, what makes us tick as people and how it affects our trading and how it affects our emotions and how emotions can affect our trading and the whole 9 yards. Week 1, which is the week 1 of August, which is next week, is, wow, it's already August, huh? It's going to be trading strategies. So that means portfolio diversification, risk slash reward as far as the trading plan goes, and spreadsheet and note taking, which is very important. And I'll be giving some examples, some good examples of different spreadsheets and note taking skills that you can use, as well as I'll be uploading in the new members program Discord, which you can find in the bottom right hand corner, discord.gg/btpenny. I'll be uploading some cool some not syllabus, but some spreadsheet formats, like blank ones that you can just copy or download. And then use for yourself and for your own trading plan. And Tuesday we'll be going over how and when to set limit orders, how to set stop losses, how to set trailing stop losses, stop limit orders, and OTO orders. So that's going to be good for those who always are asking, how do I set a stop loss? Or how do I set an OTO order? What is an OTO order? Brimax in chat. What's going on, Brimac? Wednesday, we'll be going over the 25-25-50 rule and its variations in detail. Thursday, when to sell for profit or loss. These are just suggestions. And all these are just suggestions. This is all just based off of my past trading, what I learned from Austin, what I learned from Lee. So I'm always picking Austin's mind in our meetings. So I'm trying to, take what I learned there and give it to all of y'all. Are going to ask another question here for raffle tickets. This question is going to be, what is our retirement home / marathon picks? Thank you, B. Dezeus. We're trying, we're getting there. This is still my temporary laptop. Once I get my desktop all set up, it's going to be even better. I have my desk, which is coming in August 3rd, I want to say. We'll be getting much better setup. So, retirement home / marathon picks. Let's get some raffle tickets going on. What is our retirement home and marathon picks section in the Discord? I need to get rid of the fear of thinking I will miss entry point by the time I do my due diligence. I often get into plays I don't know anything about. Yeah, Salvador Girl. Definitely a lot of these alerts, you can wait a day or two in order to get into it, honestly. Like, they're just saying, hey, this is a play that I know will come back, or will be going up soon. But you don't have to get right away. I'll sometimes wait a day or two. I'll put 10%. I'll wait another day, 10%. I'll be like 2 weeks, a week or two before I get all in. On the screen, we got some of our alerts that were moving the other day. If anyone wants to join us and get in on these gains, you can join us at facebook.com/group/btpenny or discord.gg/btpenny. And that's where we have our premium Discord alerts, which are some of the ones are listed on the screen. Also at the discord.gg/btpenny, we have our free Discord as well with some free alerts. If in case you want to just stop in, we recommend just stopping in and looking around. You don't want to immediately just jump in blindly, put money into something you don't know anything about. So we recommend, just jumping into the free Discord and checking it out first and seeing what it's about. We do have an educational chat going on for free Discord members as well, so you can definitely check us out there. Lauren Best is right. Pookie's Revenge is right. Kevin White is right. I'm going to get you all some raffle tickets. Kevin White, Pookie's Revenge. So they're Lad0060. What's your Discord, BDZS? Because you're right. Long-term plays or some that have good dividends. Yeah. Durham. Another one. Going to get some some raffle tickets, and these raffle tickets are going to be going towards our weekly raffles. Every Sunday night we do a raffle, and we give out discounts. We give out one-on-one help from Lee, from Austin, from myself, from our options trader James Legends. We give out some other great stuff as well, and then we also draw 10 names from the weekly raffle, and the weekly raffles do reset every day. We draw 10 names from the weekly raffle, and it goes to the grand prize drawing at the end of the month. Last month we gave away, our grand prize winner got a $100 gift card, a Visa gift card, as well as Austin screener settings. We gave away like one-on-one help from Austin, like his personal help. We gave away some Penny Boys merch, which is coming soon. We gave away Penny Boys notebook, which will be one of the Penny Boys merch. A lot of good stuff we gave away. Maybe we'll get some What the Duck merch going on soon. You never know. But the next question is, what, as far as new traders go, what is recommended about day trading and options trading? Yeah, so the raffle tickets definitely worth getting. You can also go into our Penny Boys raffle section to get raffle tickets. All you gotta do is just post. You can look at the pinned messages and see how that all works. But it's definitely worth checking out. You can win some great prizes. I know one of our prizes was an alert chart breakdown by Lee. You can choose an alert and Lee will break it down for you. That was a big one. High risk, stay away, avoid it. Pookie's Revenge, boom. Another raffle ticket. Brimac. Yep, you got that 100% correct. Austin Gilbert, what is your... Oh, Juco's getting that one as well. Juco, what is your raffle... not raffle, your Discord name? Austin Gilbert. Lauren Best got that. I'm going to get you down as well. Rhea, another one. A lot of good answers here. Forever grateful. It's a good Discord name. Good answers. Salvador Girl. All right. And the last one. This will be worth 3 raffle tickets to the first person to answer it. Pookie's Revenge, you are not allowed to answer this. You are too quick. Let's let someone else get this one. What are my 2 catchphrases? This will be worth 3 raffle tickets. Just sit back and learn before dipping into those types unless you have tons of moolah. Kev Cave is right. Gets you as well. That's funny, Pookie. Juco. Make some bread is one of them. Make some bread. Austin Gilbert got that one as well. Make some bread. Vlad got make some bread. Apples have caffeine. Hard-earned money. Austin Gilbert, you got it on the dot. You do not want to trade with money that you can't afford to lose, but you also don't want to trade make that bread and hard-earned money. Nick 2086, 100%. Yeah, you don't want to be you want to be aware of what you're trading with, and what we're trading with is our hard-earned money. Kevin White. That's a good one. I'm gonna get your ticket anyway. Don't drink apples before, or don't eat apples before bread, or drink them if you're using a NutriBullet. Yeah, so make some bread, obviously, and then we are trading with our hard-earned money. No one wants you to lose your money because it is your hard-earned money. You go to work to make that money. You spend 8 hours a day, most of us, sometimes a lot of us more, to make this money. Why would we just blow it all away in the stock market by trading without knowing what we're doing? That's not the best way of trading. That's why we follow these alerts like the ones listed above. That's why we go to discord.gg/btpenny. That's why we learn. That's why we do these classes. That's why we have our new members program learning centers, because we want to learn how to make money, and we want to learn, how to get some gains like this person here. But yeah, no, it's all about being smart with your money. We're all here to to grow our accounts, to grow our our income, maybe for retirement, maybe just to buy a new car, maybe because it could be for anything. But it's your hard-earned money. We didn't just win the lottery and put a bunch of money into the stock market. We're working for this money. So the big thing at Penny Boys is that we want you to learn. That way you can develop yourself as a trader and put that hard-earned money to good use and not just blindly following alerts or blindly following stocks on stockwits.com or Webull or some other Discord that doesn't care about you or some pump and dump scam. Like that's not what we're trying to do here. I'm going to go over some questions that we had. This was from the live stream or from the questions for the stream channel that I put in the Discord at discord.gg/btpenny that you can find at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. This is for our premium members only. Get to ask some questions before the class, and I will pick some of the good ones and answer them. I didn't see this ahead of time. Hated. I don't know if Hated's in the chat. I don't know if anyone saw Hated's question. If you're in the new members program, I would check out the questions for the stream and see what Hated. I like that, Austin Gilbert. In the Discord, everyone in the new members program should be labeled as a duckling. That's hilarious. When you level up, you can be Mighty Duckling. Brimac, I'm getting you guys some raffle tickets for that. That's hilarious. Yeah, Hated asks, if a train leaves Seattle heading west at 2:30 p.m. at 56 miles per hour, while a train leaving Chicago leaves heading east at 12:10 a.m. at 70 miles per hour, how much does a plate of shrimp fried rice weigh? Well, that is a good question, Hated. I am not the best at that question, so I'm going to go ahead and skip it. Math is hard, especially when you're using all those shrimp fried rice and Seattle, Chicago references. The guides can be flying V's. That's great. I like Tagman says, John Tagman says, why isn't my stock moving? It's because I have a stop order. He's, of course, just being funny, really funny. Tagman, one of our great mods here at Discord. Discord.gg/btpenny. And that's our premium Discord. We have a live stream. I think this can be every Sunday. I don't want to quote him, but I know it's definitely this Sunday and the past couple Sundays. Fast Eddie and John and Tagman, our two great moderators, have been hopping in the live streams. Last one was a 2-hour live stream, just going over some stuff, asking some questions. I think it's going to be at 12 o'clock, so don't be late. If you are in our premium Discord, you can check that out. That's going to be in I think it's going to be in Dad's House, is what the stream name, the channel is called, but it's going to be our live stream section. And you can get some really good information. They've been trading for, like, I think combined maybe like 40 years, like 30 years or so. Like they're great. And Austin hops in there as well and gives some good advice. So that's definitely worth checking out. That's Sunday at 12 o'clock, and I think it's going to be a every week thing. Then later in the night, on Sunday, we'll be doing our new members program live stream where we'll be going over some of the alerts that are still in play. And we'll be making a watch list. So we'll be making a big watch list, like a general watch list with all the alerts still in play, and then we'll be narrowing it down to a weekly watch list, which are ones that we kind of like, and then we'll be narrowing it down even further to our daily watch list, which are the ones we'll be watching that day, so like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So definitely worth checking out on Sundays. We do a lot of great. That is a shaker, Jordan. You're also a bartender. Nice. Yeah, I used to sling drinks. Looks like drinks after class. Well, yeah, I used to sling drinks. Now I sling out NutriBullet shakes. I'm cutting some weight, getting some gains, some physical gains outside of the stock market, which is important too, is taking care of yourself. Eat those veggies, blend those veggies if you like, eat healthy, do some workouts. Yeah, that's another thing. You don't want to let trading consume you. Like for me personally, I'll set a schedule. I'll work on the Penny Boy stuff. I'll trade for a little bit, and then I'll go on. I'll do my yoga routine, and then I'll go do some more trading, work a little bit on the computer, and then I'll go do a bike ride, and I'll lift a little bit, and then you got to make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well, and spending time with your family. If you have kids or you have a dog. A lot of us are dogs, are our kids. Spend time with them as well. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore what makes you happy just to trade, because then you'll get in your head, and it's just not it's not a good thing. Let's see. Moving a percentage of your funds to different sectors is a long-term strategy. As a long-term strategy, if you hold positions in 60 companies, say 100 shares each, the 60 companies represent 6 different sectors. If your current hot sector is tech, you have 50 extra shares in those 10 companies. And as the market changes so basically he's saying this is Mike 2020, is it smart to move your funds from sector to sector based off of what's going on? One way of finding out what sectors are doing well is you can go to finviz.com. We'll be going over that all in detail, but we also have a class. If you go to this YouTube channel, WTD Penny Boys, you can just even search it, WTD Penny Boys. I do have a class on FinViz, and I show you how to go to the groups section and find out what sectors are doing well, and you can go to the heat map and see what sectors are doing well and what stocks inside those sectors are doing well. Eat those veggies, drink those tequilas. Yeah, Patrons, that's what's up. Kayaking. There you go, Jordan. That's another thing. Just go out and do what makes you happy. But yeah, so that could definitely work for like dividend trading, for like long-term investing, maybe even ETF trading. If that's something that you want to do, which we do have a course as well in WTD Penny Boys. If you look into, I do have a playlist now, so you can go into my YouTube. And I have different playlists for different strategies and different classes. Ones for like all the raffles that were given out. If you want it, maybe you missed out. Maybe you won a raffle, you just don't know about it. There's a lot of people who won the raffles just don't know. So go check out the raffle section. And so yes, that's definitely an interesting strategy that one can use. And that's the thing. You try it out. There's nothing wrong with trying out a plan. Try it out on 50 trades, 20 trades, 10 trades, and see if it works. Write down what worked, what didn't work. It's like sector trading is definitely a thing that you can try to do. Should I take? So Big Nuts 82. This is a good question. Should I take my almost $100 loss on GLBS and move on? So like I was saying before, Mariano Rivera gives up some home runs every so often. Steph Curry misses a basket every so often. Lee or Austin, they give out a bad alert every so often. One of their stocks that they think they had all the technicalities, all the fundamentals down, and it has it's not even a bad alert. It has a reverse split. It's a risky alert. It's a very risky alert. That was a bad play. That was a bad call to give out to new members, especially. Although he did say high risk next to it, and you definitely do want to keep track of what says high risk next to it. If it says high risk swing next to it, maybe high risk, high reward, but look what happened. Now you're down $100. It's really up to you if you are willing to. I would do is I would look. Me personally, I would look into the stock. I would see what people are saying about it. I would see what the technicalities look like. See if there's any news coming up. See if there might be another reverse split coming, or how that might work and how that might affect you. But yeah, nobody could have seen GLBS happening. I feel bad for everyone who lost out on that. I am doing a raffle for everyone who did lose money on GLBS, and I think there's like 2 other plays as well, so you'll be able to hopefully win something out of that. But yeah, that's really up to you and what your plan is. If you need the funds, you need the funds. If you're, it could go down more. That's the thing about that's the thing. Shippers are dangerous. You might want to just sell a little bit at a time, as on the little pops that it gets, but. How do I know which stocks are potential breakout ones? Well, one way of finding out a breakout stock is going on finviz.com and searching different strategies as far as that goes, or searching different specifications. I know that the last new members program live stream, Pookie and I, we went into FinViz and we found 3 breakout stocks, and one of them went for 10% the next day, one went for I think 12%, the other one went for like 58% or 62%. So. And that's also going to be in the WTD Penny Boys. That's going to be in my YouTube channel. There's a channel about FinViz, and one of the scans that I did was how to scan for breakout stocks. So you can definitely check that out and see how to scan for a breakout stock, and then maybe put it on your watch list and see if your scan worked. Do that 10 times or so and see if it works, and then maybe eventually get into a play yourself, or get into a play like with $10. It's just to see, just to watch it. Can you go over what VWAP is? So volume weighted. So the VWAP is basically what the price should be at. It's what the price, if all things were, aligned correctly, it's what the price would be. So in theory, so if the price is below, the current price is below the VWAP, it's in theory it's undervalued. The price is above the VWAP, it's in theory overvalued. And I went over this actually in our charting class, which is on WTD Penny Boys, which you can find. And you can even just go to our premium Discord. You can go to our education channel in our free Discord. We have a lot of people who are there to answer your questions as far as that kind of stuff goes. But basically, it's just a line that a lot of people use. It's like a formula a lot of people use, and it's kind of goes off that self-fulfilling prophecy I was talking about in my other class. If every trader is using the VWAP as a support or a resistance, then it's going to be the support or the resistance. If 1,000 million traders are using the VWAP, and like once it hits that support and it goes above it, once it hits the resistance, goes above it, they start buying. Then that's it's based off of self-fulfilling prophecy. People are all using it, then it's going to happen. But basically, it's just saying if it's below, it's undervalued. If it's above, it's overvalued. That's like the basic way of explaining it, and I will explain it in detail in our charting week. I went through Aaron to sign up for the channel. I don't even know what that is, Aaron. Oh, that's the guy who gives out the news alerts, the fake alerts. I would not recommend that, but whatever, that's up to you. Mr. Stocklog Profits says, I'm going to bed, my peepers are about to shut. Question for the stream today for me is, what coffee recommendations do you have for me to pull an all-nighter? Pulling an all-nighter before trading pre-market is dangerous because you will be trading tired. You'll feel your emotions will start flaring up, and you might make some mistakes. Yeah, and the skeptical guy is right about. Someone was asking my concerns, BLU, ENTX, and some other stocks. I've been holding these. I'd appreciate the questions. I mean, I can't go over every single stock, honestly. What I would do is I can tell you what you can do is you can go to finviz.com, see what the news on the stock is. Go to Webull, see what people are saying about the stock. Look at the charts, see what the supports were, see what the resistance were, see what the past trading patterns were, and then base that off of what you want to do and have a plan going into the trade. You don't want to be, in the trade already and being like, what should I do? You should already know what you want to do because you have a plan, So base it off your plan. You can learn from your past mistakes. That's basically what I would suggest. JE, I read something about a rights offering. I did read that as well. I didn't exactly do all the research in that. I think I asked Lee about it. I think he's getting back to us, so I will let you know as soon as we know. He is the one that alerted that, so he will be the best one to ask as far as that goes. Rock your mic. Say I'm halfway into a trade and it starts zooming up. Do I buy the rest if it's under entry, or just be okay with what I have into it? Do I set an alert for the amount close to alert and buy when it triggers? Do I set a limit order if I plan on being away from my phone? Yeah, one nice thing you can do is use your Webull, use your Thinkorswim, use your investing.com. You can use whatever you use to have a watch list, and you can set alerts for, if you see a certain resistance or you see the entry, you can set an alert for when the price is getting back close to entry, and then you can buy. That if you see the upward confirmation, it doesn't hurt to buy as long as it's below entry, especially. But it doesn't hurt to put your. For what I would do is I'll put my 10%, my 10%, my 10%, and I'll do my 10% based off the supports the prior day or that day. So I'll wake up, whatever time I wake up, and I'll see what the support for the day was, and I'll put my 10% order in. And if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't. But I'll also have an alert for when it goes to or near the entry or a certain resistance. That means it might be starting to have that uptrend, and that's when I'll put the rest of my buy-in as long as it's under entry. Because what we're doing, we're not averaging down by doing the 25-25-50 rule. I can't stress this enough. What we're doing is this is the entry. Anything below this is not averaging down. What we're doing is we're getting the best average possible. That way when it's time for it to go, we can put our last buy in. Let's say the last buy is at the entry of 50 cents. Let's say the entry is 50 cents, and now we're slowly buying down here, down here, down here. We could have gone all in at 50 cents and then waited for it to go up. Or we can get, 40, 43, 44, 42, 38. Now we have a nice, 74, 75% of our hour, 50%, or in 50% at our average of 41 cents now, instead of all in at 50 cents. Now when it starts to go up, we can quickly get that last buy-in. Now we have 100% at 45 cents, or 46 cents, 44 cents, instead of 100% at 50 cents. That extra 5 cents will help you out with the profit. That's like an extra 5%, 10% maybe. So if anyone has any questions in the live chat, I will go over any of those now. Pookie's Revenge is also there to help as well. He's one of our great new member guides. Definitely use them as well. I believe it's Pookie's Revenge. James Legends is our options trading guide, as well as JTM is another one of our options trading guides. We have Bringer, Adam, and Bringer, Adam. There's one more. I'm gonna feel bad if I leave them out. I have a big chat with everyone. Starts with a B. So if anyone has any questions, I would be asking them now while I look up the name, because I feel bad leaving people out. I have like a million DMs right now, so it's hard to find the group. I have a group with all of our guides in it. Also, looks like a lot of my DMs are about our recovery group. We do have in our Discord, we have a recovery group for, because stock trading, a lot of emotions going on. If you are a recovering addict, recovering alcoholic, recovering anything, we have a group just for that, to help people who are struggling as far as that goes. So you can definitely message me to get into that group. We're just here to help. Maybe if you don't, if you're in the free Discord, it doesn't matter. You can still join that group. Bringer, that's the one. Our new members guide. BBSCR 1982. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. Let's see. I'll take care of Justin, one of our great marketing helpers. He's in our marketing team. We appreciate you always. Test trends, falling PR, have a good night. I think this is one of the most important pieces of information to give. That's how I get 80% profit in stock. They go up 60%. Yeah, Pookie's right. If you are getting that great average by using 25, 25, 50, the stock can go up 80% or it can go up 60%. You're making 80% profit because you have a better average than everyone else. That's why we do it. You're not averaging down until you're in 100%. Averaging down means you bought, you're all in, and now it's going down even more, and you're like, fuck, I gotta put more money into it. You're like what the duck? I gotta put more money into this stock now that you intended to. It's averaging down is when you're going off of your plan, or straying away from your plan. But yeah, so next week so I'll be giving out some homework tonight as well. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, I'll do like a small homework tonight, but we'll also be doing a quiz on Friday, and that'll be over the weekend, and that'll be for discounts. The homeworks are for raffle tickets. The quizzes are for discounts. I have all the written versions of our classes in our new members class guide, which is in our premium alert new members program. So you can check out all the written versions of the classes. I have the video versions as well if you want to go over that over the weekend. And just, take some notes, because we will have that quiz. And you can get some good discounts for your next month's membership, which will be awesome. That is going to be for the quiz. We have our syllabus. So this is what we'll be going over the next couple weeks. But yeah, thank y'all for joining. Oh, here we go. I got a couple questions. How many stocks should be in a portfolio to manage? There are good alerts and new alerts come if we do 10-10, and so on the rule. When should we stop adding stock and focus on what we have? So I personally, it really depends on you and your plan. Some people say don't put more than 5% of your portfolio into a certain stock. That's really good, especially for the bigger accounts. I personally, I've read and I've heard no more than like 25 to 20% for anyone with under 1.5K. That way you can still make some money off the trades. It's really up to you and your risk tolerance. I personally do around just 7 trades. I'll do around 20 to 25% of my portfolio. That's because I just don't feel like following a million plays. It's also good to have some cash on hand. You never know when you'll find you don't want to be all in on all your stocks, and then a great alert comes up, and you're like, "Crap, I can't get into it." I've been curious who the admins are. Big Quench's dad, but is that Austin? Yeah, so Austin's alerts. So if you go into Austin's alerts, you'll see Big Quench. We got Mr. Stocklot Profits. We got Lee. And What the Duck is who? I'm What the Duck. Matt. Yeah, that's my name is Matt. But I go by What the Duck because that's the username that I made when I joined this thing, not expecting for it to blow up the way it did. Honestly, it's funny how that all worked. And now I am forever What the Duck. I literally was like, I just had a funny duck picture. If you're in the if you're in our Discord, you'll see that duck picture I have going on as my avatar. I just had that from one of my previous Discords I'm in before this. I was like, hey, it was a funny duck picture. So I joined the Discord. And I was like, well, actually, I joined Slack is what we were using before that. And I was like, oh, what should I make my username? I was like, oh, well, I'm using this funny duck picture. I'll just call it What the Duck. And I thought I was just going to be observing the whole time. And then one thing led to another. And here we are. And I'm What the Duck. And if you are not in our premium Discord, then definitely join us. It's going to be discord.gg/btpenny. That's our Discord. You can also join us at our Facebook, facebook.com/btpenny. And I will be there in the premium Discord. I will be there in the free Discord as well, helping out wherever I can. Like whatever you guys need help with, you can definitely check us out. But yeah, definitely if you aren't already in, check it out. You can join our free Discord just to see what we're about. Discord.gg/btpenny, and you can join me, What the Duck, and together we can make some bread. Thank everyone for joining the live stream. We'll see you next time.